Hey, everybody, how
Hey,
you doing?
everybody.
Figuring out the buttons to get on live here. Go ahead and say it. Let's say hi to Larry. Let's see. Hey, Kitty Mom.
Hey, Kitty Mom. Hi, Twisted.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Bocce.
Hey,
Let's turn that other side off because, you know. Hey, Shell.
Hey, Shell.
Mitch. Cross stitch.
Mitch Crossfit.
Hey, Shell. Mitch. Cross stitch. Who else we got? Bocce, Twisted, Shell, Kitty Mom.
Hey, Sparkle.
Hey, Sparkles. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Really appreciate it. Oh. Hey, Mark. How
Hey,
you
what's up?
There we go.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, how you doing?
How's your
I'm
day
doing good.
been going?
Good. Just walked in the door.
Did you?
I ain't got my coat off yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you have to go today?
I took a load out to Marysville, and then I ran 2 loads over to Quaker City.
Oh, nice. Hey, Froggy.
Oh,
And how are you?
doing good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm going to be eating while I'm watching you.
Ooh,
Okay.
what you having?
Brats
Looks like
and baked
favorite.
beans.
Oh, nice. Brats and baked beans.
Yes.
You
Hey,
gotta love
Mark.
them beans.
Always do.
Hey, Stokers, how you doing?
Hey, Stokers.
Walk the dogs, yep.
How was it, Mark? How was work today, Mark?
I just walked in the door. I'm typing on my phone for the link as I'm getting out of my pickup.
Awesome. Hey, Penny.
Hey,
Hey,
Bachi,
Shell.
what you cooking?
Oh.
Oh, Michelle had homemade pizza. Yum.
Nice.
Oh,
I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner tonight. I know I'm gonna make some rice.
make some rice so I can have some oxtails and rice.
Yeah.
Red beans and rice.
Mm-hmm. I can make that good.
And Mark had
Wendy's.
soda for dinner. Wendy's. There you go. I had Wendy's forever. Did you get a chili? No chili.
They have good chili.
That's what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Nope,
not
not yet,
yet.
Stokers.
Smoker.
Tortellini for the monsters.
And a veggie dish for me.
They must have done something right to get tortellini.
I know, right?
Yeah, we've had what? Storms the last 2 days?
Yeah.
Man, it's been bad. You had the windstorm this morning, didn't you, Froggy?
Yes. Yesterday, last night, and this morning, it knocked my power out. I thought the power went out in the middle of the night. It turns out my power went out at 10:30 last night and didn't come back until 12:30 today.
Wow.
You didn't get no coffee this morning?
No coffee.
Oh,
It was miserable.
I was thinking about you, though. I drank 3 pots.
Oh, thank you for drinking coffee for me.
Okay. Yeah, I'm even drinking some right now, too.
Oh, there you go.
I just finished having some coffee.
Atia is very popular. Hey, Virgo Mama.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Frugal Mom. Mama,
Hey, Sugar Mama.
I hope everybody had a good day today. Ours has
We had a
been
great
slow.
day. Except
Was
for
it-
the power part.
1 o'clock and it was 4 o'clock. I was like,
Damn. Must have been pretty quiet at your house today, Froggy.
It was so quiet. Just me and the cat. So
That
I was
wasn't-
trying to crochet and the cat was trying to give me a hard time about it.
Shell's on her third pot since noon.
Oh, wow.
You got a little bit more to catch up there, Mark.
Oh, poor Stoker.
Yeah. I'll drink it till I go to sleep.
Oh, your back's been killing you. I
I'm
know.
sorry, Stoker.
That back pain.
Back pain is
Booger.
yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I said this family channel.
What
All
is
right,
that?
see you when you get back, Sparkles. Talk about food now. She had to go get some food.
Nope.
You're always eating, truck. Yeah.
Yep, that's an everyday thing, Shell. If I didn't have coffee, usually out in the truck, I usually go through about 3 thermoses, and then I fill it up the 4th time before I take my nap.
Oh, wow.
Let me just say, I wasn't happy to go without coffee.
That's why I drank so much for you.
Truck didn't help cook, Kitty Mom.
Oh, yeah. Well, actually, he'll help cook the rice tonight.
Stoker said I'm only 26, gonna be 27 in June.
All right.
With back pain.
Hey, I started out back pain early, too. It's not a fun thing.
I can't drink it all day.
Atia used to. She used to drink coffee the time she got up to the time she went to bed.
Yeah.
No, I can drink iced tea from the time I get up till I go to bed. But I can't do coffee that way.
Do you have it sweet or unsweet?
What, the tea?
Yeah.
Unsweetened. No sugar.
I used to drink it unsweet.
I used to drink it sweet, but I can't now.
Yeah.
I drank it sweet when I was a little girl.
Yeah. I've never had coffee. I've tried it a couple times, but I guess I just never grew up. So yeah, so thank you, Stokers. Yeah. Where do you go tomorrow, Mark?
I'm going to run up to Middlefield and I'm going to load and head back down to Calvert City, Kentucky.
Oh wow. So you mainly just kind of do like Kentucky and stuff, don't you, a lot?
I mainly just run right here around my little area, and then once a week I run down to Calvert City, Kentucky.
Hey, Polar Bear.
But if I
Hey,
get,
Boulder.
hey, there's
So just a day trip type things.
I like to go out for a couple days.
That'd be fun to do that though.
It's not too bad.
Hey, String.
Hey, String.
Yeah, I used to go out for 2 and 3 weeks at a time.
Oh wow.
Back.
Hey, ATL.
Hey, ATL, how are you doing today? Yeah, I don't know about the 2 weeks at a time. That'd be it'd be a long one.
Well, it was nice because I'd run a big triangle. I'd leave and I'd go down towards Florida, then I'd cut across from Florida out into Texas and all that, and then back up into Illinois and then back over this way.
That'd be a fun trip though. I mean, do it once or something, but I don't know if I can do it all the time.
Hey, Susan M.
Hey,
Or,
Susan M.
or I'd run down by Doug Sweener's place down in Alabama.
We're missing 5 thumbs, guys. Come on, let's get
That's,
that thumbs up.
Twisted.
What?
Huh?
Trin said, who's the guy on the right? I said, that's Twisted.
Yeah.
We're missing some thumbs.
I see 13 thumbs.
And 18
We're
people.
doing good, ATL.
Yep.
We're missing some thumbs, people.
That'll be right back. So you want to drop your link here in just a little bit, and it'll probably come up.
It's going good. I'm still doing my scarf, Susan.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, I'm doing my scarf. No, don't share screen. Invite.
Yeah. You'll get it, though. I mean, how's your blanket coming along, Froggy?
It's coming along. It's still slowly but surely. It's like the never-ending blanket.
What new projects? Any new projects you're working on?
Ooh.
Susan.
Actually, I've been playing around with yarn, doing
Yeah, using up all my yarn.
You don't use yarn, you use rope.
I use rope and yarn now,
Oh,
and been making these little just playing around and making these like little bitty yarn pom-pom animals. Just something to keep you bored, you know. I'm waiting for some more clay to come in so I can do more of my stitch markers and stuff, so, and different things like that. That's probably about all I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
Not much. Been having a brain fart lately, so everything I've tried to do some of it hasn't worked out too well, so. Yeah, she's
Thanks, Susan.
a little bit at a time, you know. I mean, just getting back in the hang of it.
Susan.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I have to keep doing something with my hands, so I figured while I was waiting on the clay, I got clay coming in here in the next couple of days, so I'm hoping to get that done. But until then, I was playing around with her yarn, what she lets me use of it.
Yep. Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm still coming up with if I want to do like a solid color, or not a solid color, but like a swirl color, or whether or not I'm going to make them with like a kind of 3D effect on them, Susan.
Now, do you got to bake those?
What?
You got to bake those hooks and everything?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, once you do it, you bake them. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's a low temperature for about, 20, 30 minutes or something like that. And they come out really hard. And then you coat them with a sealer and it makes them shiny. And I bet it probably hardens them up a little bit more too, though. Like you can actually use that clear coat furniture sealant on it.
Now,
I've seen that they've been doing that.
Your wife does that part, right?
No, she don't do any of it.
She don't?
No.
She probably taught you how to do it, James.
No.
No. There he is.
Man,
How are you doing today?
I am doing great.
How was work?
Awesome.
Was you in shop?
Changing batteries in golf cart. I was changing batteries in golf carts.
Oh, nice. That's what about? Was it 8 per golf cart?
We have one that has 8, and then 6 in the other ones.
That's a lot of batteries.
I've got 1, 2, at least 3 more to go, and I'm working on. I got one done, working on one, and got at least 3 more to go.
Yeah.
And their batteries are about $112 a piece. So,
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a
the
lot.
college has got a lot of money.
not with dealing with the COVID stuff there for a while.
Yeah.
Hi, Kitty Mom. How about you? Hi, Susan. ALT, Shell, everybody else that's in the chat.
Was you out at the shop?
No, I actually was just finishing up dinner.
Oh, my dinner was Wendy's.
I videoed dinner tonight.
Oh, did you?
All right.
So
Yeah, I was watching one of your live streams the other day, and you're barbecuing out there on the back porch.
yeah,
You were smoking out there on the back porch. You had that smoker loaded up. I was ready.
Oh,
anytime I fire up my smoker, I fill it from end to end. You're going to use the same amount of wood.
Yep.
So why not smoke a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's going to be the same amount of time, same amount of wood, everything else. You know, we'll load her up with chicken, pork, beef, you know, anything we can fit in there.
brisket.
You know what I want? A smoked turkey.
Yeah, I could do one of those.
Yep, smoked turkey's good. I actually like to smoke turkey legs myself, or the breast. It don't take as much. Doing a whole turkey takes up a lot of room. If you just do the legs and the breast, you know.
Yeah, we could just get some legs and some breasts.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good.
No, but I like my thighs
Yeah, she likes all of it though. So
and my wings.
Well, if you break it down, you can still put more in your smoker.
well, that smoker I got, it's got like 5 racks,
Mm-hmm.
and if I cut a turkey in half, I can open it up and I can actually stick a whole turkey on just one rack.
Okay, there you go.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good size. So
Yep.
That and I want to do some bologna. Oh, get one of those big old logs of bologna.
Yep.
I like doing that. Yeah, you keep it in the fridge after that, and you just slice it when you want it. Slice it and then fry it up real quick. Some bologna sandwiches.
I'll tell you a little secret on that. Don't do the whole log. Cut it into chunks.
Mm.
Okay.
It'll smoke in more. It won't take as long to do it. You know, I do pork loins. I may do 2 pork loins, but I'll cut them into 3 or 4 pieces and put them in there. So you got the crust. You got a lot of crust, and then you got a lot of meat, and you can pull it. You know, if you do a whole pork loin, you just got so much crust. If you cut it up,
that's true.
it cooks faster, and you got a lot more burn ends.
Oh yeah, a brisket would be nice, but they're proud of them suckers.
Buy a corned beef brisket, soak it in water for at least 24 hours, and then smoke it.
Will that get all that pickled out of it?
It won't get it all out, but it'll take most of it out.
Oh, I never thought about that.
That's all I smoke. I don't even smoke a regular brisket anymore. I just do the corned beef briskets. Sometimes I'll throw them right on the smoker. Sometimes I'll smoke them for 24 hours to get some of that salt and that brine and all that out of it. Yep.
I'm gonna have to try that. I got one in the freezer right now.
Yep. Now's the time to buy them because it was just St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And they get a glut of them, then they put them on sale. Then they go the price. You know, a month later the price goes back up a little bit. They're trying to get rid of that glut. So I'll buy them. I'll buy them and throw them in the freezer, like you said, man.
That sounds. I've never thought about that though. Now I wonder if I soak it in the water, because I've heard that if you put potatoes
You're
in,
not taking away that pickled taste.
I heard if you put potatoes in something, it'll actually help draw out a lot of that salt and stuff out of the stuff. So
It
maybe
does.
just get some potatoes.
No.
I'll do one your way and one my way.
No.
Either that or chunk up onion. Big chunks of onion helps a lot.
Yeah.
Does that help pull out the taste?
Mhm.
Huh.
Yep.
But I might even be able to eat
I
it though.
love my corned beef.
Just putting it on the smoker. That smoker is going to give it enough taste that it might not be so bad. That corned beef might not be as bad, because I'm not really a corned beef fan in the first place. So
Me.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I like corned beef.
I did too.
love corned beef.
I just a month ago I just did 2 of them in my crock pot, and I had regular corned beef and cabbage. I had corned beef hash. I had Reuben sandwiches. I made everything out. That's why I do 2 of them. When I cook one, I cook 2, and
yeah,
And we did have crock pot stuff too. We made pork and sauerkraut in the slow cooker.
Ooh.
there you go.
Yeah.
yeah, she likes that sauerkraut and cabbage and
Oh yeah.
collard greens and all that stuff.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, I'll cook up like 2 or 3 heads of cabbage and I'll put it in the crock pot or something like that, and then I'll portion them all up into little containers and put them in the freezer. That way, I can just pull one little container out for her to have as a side.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Do some fried cabbage. Olive oil. Put the fried cabbage or put the cabbage in there in a frying pan and fry it. Oh yeah.
I do that some fried cabbage and balsa sausage.
Yeah,
Bacon grease.
bacon grease. There you go. Everything's good with bacon grease. See, now I want fried rice.
Have you ever tried fried sweet corn?
No, but that sounds good. Is that where you batter it and everything?
No.
No.
I cut it off the cob, like when you cook it, like if you have a big cookout or whatever.
Right.
Cut it off the cob, put it in the refrigerator. Next day, throw a little bit of butter in the pan, throw that corn in there, and the sugars from the corn like caramelize, and it warm it back up, and it totally changes the taste of the corn, but it is so good.
Oh, that sounds good. What's Susan saying? I can't see that.
Said afterwards, Perkins like Floyd, James, you should do egg corned beef hash. It's good. We made it some.
Oh yeah. I don't mind corned beef hash though. I can handle that.
I prefer my homemade corned beef hash, but I will eat it out of a can.
Yeah.
But once you
I
make
prefer
it,
homemade.
yeah, once you make it homemade, like how I cook my briskets and then do it later,
Yeah.
that the stuff out of the cans and it's never the same.
No.
Yeah.
You smoked both of those. You smoked both of those Black Angus briskets, didn't you? When we slaughtered
both. Yep. You guys brought those over and we did those. I rubbed them and we put them in the smoker.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah. Here. Was it next week? I'm gonna start. See, I don't know if I'm gonna start it next week or the week after that, because Truck in school is learning like cooking.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna start making our own homemade sausage and kibasas and stuff. So I got him the little hand crank grinder and all that. So we're gonna do the old school and the filling them up and stuff.
Yep.
I've been waiting to start getting warm outside so I can grill them and stuff. So
look around. You can actually find it looks like a caulking gun. You can put that stuff in it. Put your casings on there, and don't try to stuff that sausage down in that little casing by hand. You'll go crazy.
Well, we got the little attachment that goes onto the hand grinder
Okay.
that'll squirt it in there.
Yeah.
But we also did get the little caulking gun thing to make beef jerky and beef
there you go.
sticks.
There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna do it all. Yeah, because last year he learned how to make pasta,
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep. Yeah. I grew up in a meat market, slaughterhouse meat market. My parents owned
oh,
one, so anything that has to
oh,
do
that
with
was
smoke,
nice.
we made our own lunch meats, everything, and that's where I get all my kind of knowledge and stuff. Uh, and
Nice.
yeah, it was nice, but nowadays I prefer seafood and stuff over, beef and pork. I mean, I still like it, but if I go out to eat, I want seafood.
You ate so much of that meat when you were growing up.
Yeah, and you always have friends that say, "Oh man, it'd be great to eat steak every night." No, it sucks. It sucks. Yeah, I don't care
Yeah.
how good the steak. I don't care how good the steak tastes, how tender it is. If you have it 2 or 3 nights a week, it sucks.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Well,
Yeah,
too much
give me,
anything sucks.
give me a nice big juicy hamburger over a steak any day.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing the sausages, and I want to make some summer sausage.
Mhm.
I think that'll be good because what's nice about that smoker is I can set it down to like a really low temperature, so I'll be able to smoke them summer sausages in there.
Right.
So it won't be on a hot heat or anything like that. Because I can get it down to almost like 110 or something like that. I mean, it goes pretty low.
Right.
So,
Well, you don't. Yeah, so you wanted at least 160, 170 internal
Is that what it
temperature.
is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't. I haven't got all into the. Yeah, there's my Google right there. My Google Ed. That's my new one now. Google Ed.
Yeah, they that'll make sure it's cooked and no bacteria and stuff like that. Anything lower than that, you're taking a chance of having a bacteria, unless you're going to smoke it and then like roast over the fire or something right away.
No, I want to do kind of like what summer sausage is, where you just kind of cook it and it's
right,
just kind of slice and eat type thing.
Yep.
I think that'd be really good. And try a couple different kinds. I mean, garlic version and all kinds of different stuff.
Oh yes, Susan, goat meat is good.
She
no matter
goat.
what.
I like goat meat.
I can't find goat around here.
Oh, my mom has a lake with an island on it, and it always gets overgrown.
Yeah.
So we were going to buy a couple goats a couple springs ago. Put them out on the island because goats don't swim.
Yeah.
Let them live out there and eat, and then butcher them in the fall. They're wanting as much for a goat now as they do a small roasting pig.
Right.
I mean, 5-6 years ago, you go to the cattle auction or the animal auction and pick a goat up for like $25-$30. A spring goat, to raise. Now you can't walk out of there with under $100.
Yeah. Tia living up in New York, they had a lot of goat. She ate a lot of that curry goat and all that stuff like that up there.
Yep.
But I've looked for it here, and I can't. I mean, there's a farm about an hour away from here that sells them, but it's expensive.
Never had moose meat.
I've never had moose in.
Yeah, the best goat I've ever had was actually cooked on a spit over an open fire.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Ed.
Yep.
Moose meat's all right, but if it's cooked wrong, ooh, Lordy, is it tough.
Hard bear was good too. You cook it right.
It's about the same way. Elk is real good.
Yeah, elk's good.
I'm about ready to go on another elk hunt.
Susan, there's a farm around here that it's about an hour away from us, and they sell goat, but it's like $400 for the whole goat.
Mm-hmm.
They don't sell it in halves or quarters or nothing like that. So it's either the whole thing or nothing, and it's about $450. It's like, wow. That goat better be the size of a cow if I'm gonna spend that much,
Yeah. But talking about your smoker and stuff, do you like salmon?
Yes.
Smoked salmon in there,
Mhm.
brine it overnight in a little bit of salt water, and then you know. Now, when I was doing them, I like to put a little bit of yellow mustard on them, then smoke them. It just gives it a really good flavor,
I
you
could
know.
try that.
But definitely brine them overnight in salt water. You know, it kind of gets rid of some of the fishy taste, but it also gives it a better. It smokes better that way, I think. But just a thin layer of yellow mustard on it, throw it in the smoker. You know, yum. But I use yellow mustard for all my rubs. I'll coat the meat with yellow mustard, and it gets the rub to stick to it.
Yeah, I've been doing that lately. Yeah, Susan, I wish we had something that would sell in pieces. But yeah, I mean, like
Shell said they're sweet.
bear sweet. Oh. I did this thing here recently where I coated somebody else was doing it. They coated their chicken in mustard, and then after that they floured it and fried it. That was really good there.
Yep.
That mustard chicken, that came
Honey
out
mustard,
really good.
honey mustard chicken that way is good too.
I never thought about that. Yeah. I wanted to get some like Dijon or something, some of that spicy mustard. That I think that would be good on. Well, that'd be good on just about any of the pork items or chicken items. I think.
Yep. Honey mustard's good on ham too.
Yeah, I like honey
That would
mustard
be good on
and
ham.
spicy mustard.
If you're gonna cook roast a ham for Easter or whatever, instead a lot of people just use the regular yellow mustard. Put some honey mustard on there. It's like a honey glazed ham. Then it's like a honey glazed ham.
That sounds good. See, now I want ham now too. Yeah.
Truck will only eat the ham that comes out of the.
Yeah.
He
Wow.
won't ham if it comes out of a package or the deli or anything like that. It has to come out of our smoker for him to eat it.
Wow.
He's a picky bugger.
And then I always got to get like 2 or 3 cans of Spam and put that in the smoker with it too, because he likes that. Which actually smoked Spam is pretty good. So,
Yes, it is.
or actually, I get the treat. So
Uh,
I think the treat tastes better than the Spam does. But
yeah. You can actually buy fresh hams that aren't smoked and do them yourself.
oh, nice. Yeah, we have a one of those. I don't know if I'd call it an old time, but it's a grocery store that's been here forever, and they actually have a butcher shop there inside there.
Yeah,
and they sell the hams. They even have the ones sitting out there in the aisles, those ones that are in the burlap sack that are all salted. They got those things sitting there. You can get those there.
Yep.
Those salt cured ones.
Yep. Yeah, you can mix
raspberry sauce.
Yep.
Feels good.
You can also coat ham in molasses
Mm.
and bake that.
I've always just put like brown sugar on there for my sweetness. I am starting to drool.
Well, molasses is just what's left over after the salt or making the sugar. It's a byproduct of making sugar. So,
yeah, my day ain't wasted. I learned something today. Yes. Yeah, I've never used the molasses before. I put when I bake the ham in the oven, I put brown sugar on it before. In the rub type thing.
Yep.
Yeah, whenever you guys get tired of cranking that meat grinder, take the handle off of it. Put you a drill on it.
Yeah.
I see.
Well, Go ahead.
I said I'm spoiled. My brother still has one of our meat grinders from down at the market, so we can do 100 pounds of meat in 5 minutes.
What I'm thinking about doing is I still have it. When I bought my my grill, I actually got the attachment for the rotisserie.
Mhm.
You know, maybe try to hook that up to that thing.
That might not
Be
yeah,
real
but that
slow.
might not yeah, but it might not be geared enough with enough torque.
Oh yeah, no. I got my hand caught on it, playing around with it.
Oh boy.
Twisted my arm all up in it.
You can try it.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I tried to do a rotisserie chicken out there on the grill, but I had it on the lowest possible setting and all that, and had my 2 outside burners going and nothing going on the inside. Had that chicken on there, and it burnt that chicken all up.
Huh.
So it's just like, no, I'll just put it right directly on the grill and just pay attention and flip it.
Well, when I used to have smoker parties, some a couple of my buddies would come over 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. We get the smoker going. We'd always throw a chicken on first thing too, a whole chicken. And about 4 hours later, 5 hours later, we're out there by the smoker eating chicken, and everybody's like, "What are you guys doing? What are you guys?" We're like, "Oh, nothing." Yeah.
Actually, the best way I think to do chicken on the grill is a beer can chicken.
Those are good.
Those are real good.
I've had those before. Those are real good.
Yep.
We would get the pre-marinated ones from the grocery store that are they're already in the vacuum bag that has the marinade in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cut it open, just put it up on the top rack of the smoker and sit there and tend the fire and smoke away. And like I said, about 11 o'clock or so, that chicken's, it's just falling apart. And that was our snack for the day as we're cooking.
There you go. Yeah. And I also like to get those little throwaway metal pans and put your baked beans in there and put them in a smoker and just go in there and stir it about every hour. Stir it. Get that layer of smoke off the top and stir it in there. So you have smoked beans.
Yep.
Yeah, beer can chicken's good, but you can also, instead of having the beer, you can put orange juice in it.
I've never done that before.
It gives it like a sweet citrus taste.
You'd like that.
Yeah,
because we get about once a year, because that Aldi, you wait till like after Christmas and you can get duck really cheap.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I get the duck for her and do the orange glazed duck on it.
I like duck, but you got to get it up off the bottom of the pan, or it gets too greasy for me.
Yeah. Duck is real greasy. Hey, Crystal. Yeah, duck can be real greasy.
Yeah, because we did a couple fresh ducks and a fresh goose one time, and they were super greasy. And
hey, Raymond, I'd like to be able to find somebody around here that's got some rabbit. I like rabbit, so that'd be a good one to smoke. I've never had it smoked before, so I think that would be good.
Anything's good in the smoker.
Yeah. I've had corn in the smoker before, that sweet corn.
Yep.
I've had that in the smoker before. That was always really good.
There's another thing real greasy too. What the heck? Lamb.
Lamb, I love lamb. I eat all that.
Yeah. I mean,
Can you see?
I remember we were someplace and they made deer stew.
Mhm.
And nobody liked it but me.
Huh.
And they threw it away because nobody liked it. And I was like, I would have taken it. I would have taken it.
Oh yeah.
I'll warn you, if other than my big pots of chili, if you're eating my meatloaf or stuff like that, it's more likely it's going to be deer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, whenever we get, my brother, he's a big deer hunter, and he always has leftover, so he's like, hey, you want this? And I always get 10 or 12 pounds of deer burger, and
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's one
I
thing
love deer summer sausage.
I miss about living down in Texas, because my cousin used to go hunting every year, and we used to always get like some deer sausage and stuff like that.
His wife put the hammer down this year. She's like 2 deer and 2 deer only. Well, every year up to that, he would limit out, which I think was what, 4 or 5 mark you could get.
4.
Yeah, 4. And my nephew was hunting, and he would get at least 2 or 3. So, I mean, they had 2 big freezers that was nothing but. I mean, for a whole year they'd never bought red meat.
Oh wow.
So his wife put the hammer down, said, now that our son's out of the house, it's just you and I, 2 deer. That's all he.
That's funny.
Yep.
I've heard that wild hog's good too if you do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I still want to do that though. I want to get a pig and put it on a spit. Fill the belly up with chicken, kibasi, sauerkraut. Stitch that thing all back up. Let it spit.
Oh, that'd be
Oh,
nice.
that sounds good.
Oh, it's real good.
I saw a guy here, one of these channels I watch. They did the thing where they took the cinder blocks and made a big cinder block square, and they got their pig and butterflied it open and sandwiched in between chicken wire.
Mm-hmm.
And they smoked that. They cooked that sucker for hours. Just kept flipping it back and forth.
Yep.
That looked good as hell.
Well, let me check with Kenny. I think he still has our old spit from our meat market.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, we used to do that. 5-6 times a year, people would contract us to hire us to come out and cook a whole hog. Myself, I prefer like a nice big pork roast and a beef roast on the spit. A lot less waste. Even if you do a rolled rib, it's a lot less waste. But if you want the presentation, if you're having a party, set the pig out, let everybody see it, then start cutting it out. But there's just a lot of waste with the skin, all the bones,
Heck no, that skin's crackling, man.
Yeah, but not everybody eats that.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
We'll take that home with you, huh?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you can actually make pork rinds out of that. You cut it up in little pieces and throw it in a little bit of hot oil. They puff up, and you got pork rinds.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, what has she got?
Some
Ice cream.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ice cream.
Now I got to go to Dairy Queen.
All right, Susan, thank you.
Susan.
Yeah, you have a good night. Rest of your evening. Yeah, I would like to do a whole lot more smoking and grilling this year. I think that'll be nice.
Yep. Yeah, last summer just sucked. I didn't even fire the smoker up last year. I don't think. Maybe one small time, but just
You don't have no little banners running.
No,
Need to do that. Remind people to hit that smash. Smash
Yeah,
that like
Oh, the ice cream's good.
Oh, ain't you just a ray of sunshine with that ice cream? Hey, there we go.
there you go. Yeah.
okay, get this out.
Well, after watching you eat that banana split, I wanted ice cream.
Oh, banana split sounds good too.
That banana split last night was huge. Man. That was
Where'd you get that at?
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
I don't think we've had anything like that in a long time.
I want a frosty.
Did you see Bachi's? Mark?
If you need it, Susan, it's on my About page.
Oh my God. Oh, does that mean I won something?
But we have to do 522 more live streams.
No, I'm cutting mine to Saturday night.
No, you're not. She ain't gonna let you do that.
Oh, she already told me no.
All sparkles, same hair, man. I wish DQ delivered.
Call Grubhub; they'll get it for you.
Do they do ice cream and stuff?
This is good.
I don't know if they'll deliver. I'm sure if you ordered food from there, they might.
Yeah, it might.
I've actually never used Grubhub.
I wouldn't know.
We have one in here called We Deliver. Hello.
Hello.
Firehouse Farm Grill.
I want my money. Give me my money.
That's so hilarious.
It's a three-way call.
Three-way call. Yeah, some ribs sound good. They haven't had ribs on sale lately, though. Every once in a while here, they have those baby backs. You can get them for about $12 a piece. Yeah. Every once in a while, if you watch carefully, they'll have them on sale for like $9 a piece.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, oh, yeah. But they just haven't done that here lately, though.
My brother just did a bunch of baby backs in his smoker.
I think they would answer that phone call. How may I serve you? Service you.
Yeah, I like the baby backs. I like about all the meats, though.
It's Helga's House of Pain.
Ribs. I don't like country ribs.
Ooh, I like country ribs in the slow cooker.
Oh my gosh, that's what I just had.
But see, I'm a weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't like barbecue sauce on my ribs and stuff. I like them rubbed.
Ours were rubbed.
Yeah. They'll create their own sauce. I don't need to add like smoke flavored barbecue sauce to my ribs. You know.
Ours were rubbed.
Hey,
Sandy.
Hey, Sandy.
Sandy's on break.
I usually cook mine with a rub on it, but then I also, too, at the very last minute, I'll put a little bit of barbecue sauce on there. You know, but that's usually very last sometimes. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I like dry barbecue. So.
Yeah.
You know. My opinion is if you're smothering it in barbecue sauce, you're trying to hide something. Yeah, you're trying to hide something.
Now I wish I had the recipe for it, but there was a place down in Texas. They didn't serve. They had regular barbecue sauce, but what they had was more of a barbecue gravy. It was more of a whitish yellow type of a barbecue gravy, they called it, that you could dip your meat in. It was kind of a spiciness to it.
It was probably made from the drippings from the smokehouse.
It could
It's
be.
probably what it was. I mean, they probably put other stuff in it, but I know there were some places I went down south that had it wasn't barbecue sauce. It was more like a dipping sauce or whatever. And I asked the guy. I said, "Well, what is? I mean, it's really good." He said, "It's the drippings from the smokehouse."
Mm.
He said, "All the juice and everything, it drips out. The grease, the rub that falls off, is all they catch it and give you a little cup of it, and you can dip your meat in it." So,
oh wow,
He said, "Dip your meat."
boy,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. It made me giggle.
Now, do y'all have a famous Dave's around there?
I don't think so.
They got some for a restaurant. They got some good barbecue there.
Yeah.
They do the dry rub on their ribs.
I'm parched.
Yeah, but they got all their meat. Most of their meat comes with like dry rub, even their chicken and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
I like the dry rub meat.
Yeah. And she don't like that pulled pork stuff.
Oh, I love pulled pork.
Yeah. I have to take hers out, cut her off a chunk and take it out, and then I can shred it up and put barbecue sauce with it or whatever I want to put in it. But she don't like it mixed with anything or shredded up, or she's something wrong with her. I mean, she's a Yankee, so I mean that kind of explains everything. So
Whatever. You love this Yankee.
Yes,
yeah,
she does.
I live north of the Mason-Dixon line.
Whoa, more Yankees.
yeah. Them Yankees, you know how they are. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. They're coming. Hold on.
Puppy says, "I can't hold it. I got to go now."
It's just
Oh my.
they're all riled up.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Bachi said I can hurt you and she'll be my alibi.
Yeah.
Not on a live, Bachi.
No, not on tape.
Yeah.
Well, they don't say tape anymore. I'm old.
I know, right?
They don't say that no more. I'm old.
Hey, James, something I learned from my first marriage: don't eat anything that tastes like almonds.
If it tastes or smells like almonds, don't eat it.
Unless you made it.
And stay away from anything like Gatorade. If
That's
it's
why I
like
do all the cooking.
Gatorade, don't.
I do all the cooking, so I'm covered.
You're covered.
Even if she brings you some cookies and say, "Here, try some of these almond cookies I picked up. They're really good."
Oh.
No. I have a craft cart right next to me, and there's a mug on it that has little things in the mug. The cat takes the things out of the mug. He's nuts.
Apparently, he doesn't want them in the mug.
No, he doesn't.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Let him know that refrigerator is his spot. The craft cart ain't.
Well, I'm trying to let him know this is my cart. He took over the whole fridge. Oh my goodness. All this fighting just to find the chapstick. Well, it's not. It's bird food.
That's
And I
funny.
realize he's done flipped everything out of the cup. How does he do that? He doesn't have thumbs.
He just does that just to annoy you.
He does. He does.
He probably just sits there all night going, "What can I do to her today?"
Yeah.
You got to watch. You don't know. You don't understand. He'll sit there and he'll look back, and then he'll do it. And then when he gets in trouble, he'll look at it like, "What? You know, like why are you getting on to me? I didn't do nothing." You know.
Daddy went to bed, so he's snuggled up with Daddy at the moment. But give him time, he'll be at my door. I don't know how he gets it out with his paw. I don't have a clue. Yes, he lets me borrow with him. Yeah, this is his desk. I'm just
Put that
borrowing.
down.
That's true, Bachi.
Every spot is pushing spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just borrowing the desk. Of course, he thinks it's his keyboard. He likes to sit on it.
It's his house. You're just in there.
I am.
Yeah.
I blame it all on the Egyptians.
I do too. He thinks these are his nails because he likes when I scratch him.
That's right.
That's one of the things he wants. He wants to be scratched.
That's why I like dogs.
Yeah, that's why I need a dog instead of a cat. A dog
Dogs aren't without their issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dogs at least want to serve their master to a point. The cat.
That's true.
The cat's out.
That's why I prefer, I would prefer having a dog over a woman.
Yeah.
If you lock a woman in a room for 12 hours, she's going to be pissed off at you.
Yep.
Lock a dog in a room for 12 hours, comes out, you're his best friend.
He's happy to see you.
They're always happy to see you.
Yes, I am the cat scratching post. I agree. A cat is just nuts.
Go tell a dog to go lay down, leave you alone. And
The cat.
Next thing you know, you wake up on the floor. Where am I at?
With the cat, I wake up with the cat laying flat on my face, trying to snuggle me in my sleep.
I had a dog once that did that. Every time I lay you down, he would lay right on top of my head.
No, he has his body, butt, head, body. Or he stands on my chest and meows at me. He sings the song of his people in the middle of the night because he thinks he needs food. He doesn't, but he thinks it.
All right, Bachi. Whatever.
Both your sneeze and breaking an eye. That is kind of funny. But at least they don't sing the song of their people in the middle of the night when they think they need food. My gosh.
Roscoe, Shelby.
That's funny, Bachi.
I just think one of them's there.
Nope, they're both there. One behind him, one next to him.
One sitting right there. Roscoe's sitting right next to him, and Shelby just come in, looked around, and left.
Oh.
They get about right up as mine do.
Roscoe's trying to get behind the desk.
He's right there.
He's going to try to figure out a way to wiggle around there.
He done educated me on that. Not gonna happen again.
That's funny.
That was funny.
Just lost every sound and it all gone.
I didn't think it was funny at all.
It's funny now.
It's funny now,
It
yeah.
wasn't funny then, but it's funny now.
Well, if it would have happened a couple minutes later when there was other people up on the panel, it might have been okay.
Yeah, it would have been fine.
But so Sure. I sure as heck hope that YouTube got their upload problems fixed from the other night.
I hope so. I have no idea yet.
Why was that?
There's
Well,
always an issue with something.
Well, Friday night, it took me 4 tries to upload a video. It would go so far and stop, and go so far and stop, and finally it went through. But it took me almost 5 hours to get a half-hour video uploaded, which usually it only takes 15, 20 minutes to upload a video. And it took me, I was up to 1:30 in the morning getting the video uploaded for Saturday morning.
Oh wow!
And then got my butt out of bed so I could co-host with Mark.
I hate the one where you're uploading and it takes like that 5-6 hours, and you're like at 87% or something, and then all of a sudden it clicks up. We're sorry, this didn't process properly. Like it's been going this way for 3 hours. It's like.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those ones that irritate me.
Well, the one I was doing Friday night, it would go to 51% and stop, and would not go any further.
Leave it to Abrachi.
I wonder why she's not on panel.
Who, Abrachi?
I think she'd at least come on my panel.
You think she's your bestie?
Bestie.
Come on.
Big chicken.
Well, it's just like I use that Filmora for the editing software.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be the exact same day, but sometimes your video will load in like 5 minutes. Sometimes it'll load in 3 hours.
Yes, it's true.
And what's bad about it is the one that loads in 5 minutes is like an hour long or something. The one that loads in 3 hours is a 10-minute video. It's like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Is that an online based online editing software?
No.
Or is it?
Well, I downloaded it.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a free version. The free one has like it says Filmora on it. It'll actually embed that into your video. But then you can pay for each month or pay for the year. And it's a really good. It's one of those that if you're not really good at computers, it's perfect. I mean, I've tried a few different ones, and that one there is the easiest one I've found to use.
That's it. I got the Vegas studio.
I don't know if I tried that one or not. I tried that Da Vinci.
Yeah.
There's a couple other ones that were supposed to be easy, but that Filmora though, I like that one. And it's got a lot of. If you want an add-ons, you could add so many different add-ons to that thing. It's unbelievable. And what's nice about it is the very first Filmora, they've got like 4 or 5 different ones, or however many ones they got, but each one you could bump up a level and it gets a little bit harder or a little bit more stuff. So it depends on as you go, you can just kind of upgrade.
Right.
They got the top Filmora though is, I don't know, I ain't smart enough for that one.
No, I'm not smart enough for it either.
That's more like you're making like movies and stuff. I mean, it's a hard one.
No.
Until he hits 700. Bocce, don't challenge me. I did the 2100 challenge. I can do 700 live streams. You never said how long they have to be. I'll pop on for a couple minutes. I'll get 700 in a couple weeks.
How you doing? Bye. How you doing? Or you just come on every morning live. Today is
this is
March 29th.
Yeah, this is this is number such and such live stream to get bocce on my panel. Have a good day, everybody.
There you go. And you don't even have to be there. You just set it as a premiere.
I know for it to be a live stream, it has to be a live stream. So you have to
That's
be
what
live.
a premiere is. Though. It's a live stream. It's a live premiere,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, if you just came on every morning and just said that, that'd be.
Yeah, I can do one when I get to work. I can do one at my morning break, one at my lunch break, one at my afternoon break, one when I get off work. That's 5 a day, you know.
Yeah.
Talk about a grow stream.
Yeah, don't put me to the test.
That's funny. See, she ought to set a goal, and whoever meets it first, that's whose panel to go up on.
No, I don't get into competition stuff.
Mark's got a bad heart. He can't do that.
No desire.
Yeah, that 21 burger challenge was rough. But
Oh, I bet.
I
I'm
can
not
imagine.
I'm not a quitter, so
Were they just single cheese or single hamburgers or cheeseburgers or what?
just single McDonald's cheeseburgers.
24 hours, 21 cheeseburgers or hamburgers.
Yep.
Oh,
And it can be from any place you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be McDonald's. It could be Burger King. It could be your local little diner down the street. But it's 21 burgers in 24 hours, and you know, I thought about it, and I was either going to do the McDonald's cheeseburgers or the Wendy's Bacon Junior cheeseburgers, and the McDonald's burgers were a little bit smaller, so I'm like, we'll do those.
There you go.
And it was still rough.
Yeah, and I gotta hand it to I gotta hand it to Mr. Briggs for eating all them sourdough ones. You know,
I know.
and even if he just ate 11 of them in 24 hours.
Yeah.
You
I know that
those
sourdough
things-
burger looks good though.
Oh, I've had them. That's why I said, even if you only ate 11 of them,
I don't
dude,
think-
you won. You did it.
I could probably do the mini burgers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do regular burgers, so
I don't think he challenged anybody
Not that I know of.
thank God.
because I know Mater when Scott was doing it. Mater said, "Oh, that'd be no problem. I could do 21 in one sitting."
Oh no.
And I was going to tell Scott, "There's your man.
Yeah.
Man up. I
I
want
don't
to
know
see
if I
it.
could do that.
21 any 21 burgers in one sitting. I want to see it without puking."
You know, I watched this one video. They was doing an egg challenge, hard-boiled egg challenge.
Mhm.
And they had to eat 30 of them in X amount of time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
oh,
I don't know if I could. I don't even know if I could do 21 of the mini burgers at one time.
Nope. Now, Lucky's the one that challenged me. I think he made what, 11, Mark? 7 or 11?
Yeah, and he quit.
And he's like, he couldn't do it.
Yeah. You'd have to figure out a way of spacing it just right to do it, you know.
Well, yeah,
You know,
it
start
can
out
be.
with like 5 in the morning or something, then maybe 5 in the evening, or you'd have
Yeah.
to space them out every 4 hours or something.
Well, I did what? How many did I do? I did 10 on your live stream, Mark, right?
Yeah.
And 11 on mine.
Yep.
And yeah, I should have started out Saturday morning on Mark's and did some on the evening, some on the Sunday morning, and some in, you know. But even then, I think I would have still felt, because Saturday night, Well, Mark, what you tried to call me? What 10 minutes, 15 minutes after your live stream ended?
You were done.
It was all I could do to stay awake and everything.
But
After I got done.
You know what you should have did? Just a sausage McMuffin.
Yeah.
That's
it's smaller, but it's more bread.
Yeah.
That's a denser bread. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who else has anything smaller than that.
Well, White Castle, but you can't do sliders. It has to be a regular
mini burgers. Yeah.
It has to be a regular burger. Because I thought about that too, because I can get White Castles at the local grocery store and cook them up, but we discussed it, and you can't eat sliders. It has to be a full size, whatever they offer as a full size burger. Even if it's a kid's burger, but
I mean, I eat about 3 of those McDoubles, but man, that kills me sometimes. I can't see 21. Even spacing them out, I wouldn't feel good for 2-3 days after that.
Well, I didn't eat any. I didn't eat any McDonald's. I didn't eat any McDonald's for almost 2 weeks.
Oh my God.
Now my son can do it. Yes, you try.
Those little mini burgers.
Yeah.
That boy there, I don't know where.
Tyler said he can do it.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I was in college, we had a White Castle like 2 blocks from where I stayed at, and we'd go down and get a half dozen White Castle burgers and polish those off and fries and a drink, and no big deal. But it must be getting old.
Yeah.
And now you take that first bite and it's like heartburn. It's like, oh.
Well, there used to be a restaurant here. I think it was either on Friday or Saturday nights. They'd have prime rib and crab legs, all you can eat, for like $21. My brother, a couple of his buddies, and all their wives. We all went, and after like an hour and a half, the chef came out and asked if we could stop eating the prime rib.
Oh.
Because they ran it from like 4:30 till 9 o'clock or something like that, and it was like 7:30, and he's like, we do 4 to 5 prime ribs a week. We have 1 left for the remainder of the time. He said, we will probably run out. Could you guys please stop? They started out about an inch thick piece. The first like 2 or 3 rounds. Then they got a little thinner, and the last 2 that come out, or the last round that come out, was about a 1/4 inch thick. And we're like, what the hell is this?
Did you ask them how much they're paying you to stop eating?
No, but we agreed. We're like, we understand, man. We were just fucking around, and but.
Yep. So much for that family channel.
Oh, I've already let it slip once or twice.
I must have been out of the room.
Yep. Ed gets the F-bomb.
Well, I'm glad I'm in the corner then.
Yeah.
Oh, Bocce, I was going to come take you out to eat at McDonald's, man. There we go. Never mind.
Well, that'd be a good place to take her. She says she hasn't been there in 10 years.
You'd have to take her to Burger King because they have that Impossible Burger. She might eat that.
Yeah. Impossible Whopper.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd like to try one of those. I keep hearing people taste them and say I've heard people say they can tell a difference, and I've heard some people say they can't tell a difference. So I don't know.
Well, actually, I like veggie burgers. I've had some that are nasty. Yes,
Yeah.
but they had some at work that were black bean, corn, something about rice, and some other stuff in them at work, green peppers, and they were actually really good. They had a really good, different flavor to them. They didn't taste anything like a hamburger, but I liked the food. I liked the burger.
They're like a vegetable patty type thing.
Yeah, yeah. But they only had them for like one semester, and then I don't know if they weren't if nobody bought them or what, but
Do they have a pretty good cafeteria there?
some stuff, yes. Breakfast, it basically sucks. Yeah, yeah. But
Where was that one college we went to that one time?
and it's gotten harder for them with the COVID because their attendance for like meals has went down to about a third of what it used to.
Yeah.
So they don't prepare as much good stuff, like home style stuff.
Yeah. Where was that one? Southeastern, yeah. We went to this one time in Southeastern, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that was probably one of the better places I've ever ate before.
Oh yeah,
They had it.
Yeah.
They had it kind of set up in sections where they had an Italian section, then they had like a barbecue section, they had a Mexican section. They even had one of those. Was that Kobe? Not Kobe, but those hibachi ones. Where you got to go choose all your raw ingredients. They just fry it right up there for you. That was better than any restaurant I ever ate at. That buffet there they had.
Yeah,
It was expensive though.
Yeah. Well, we have something like that, but it goes more by day. They have a home style where they'll do like, roast pork and gravy and vegetables and stuff. They've got a really, really nice salad bar. And then they have the hot dogs, hamburger area. They have an Italian section where they have pizza and pasta. And then they have what they call international foods. And every day it's a different from someplace else in the world. One day it may be Thai. One day it may be Japanese, Ethiopian, whatever.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, and it is.
That'd be interesting.
Yep. But while they've actually shut that section down mostly, they still have some just little stuff, but it's more Asian food. Like I said, because they're, with the social, our cafeteria ain't that big. With social distancing, they can't have the 600 people in there at a time, so a lot of the kids have opted out of the meal plan,
Bachi says, Susan James.
Well,
Bachi.
I don't think that's what it's called, though. I don't know what it's called.
Bestie, you are.
Yeah, I don't think it's called a hibachi grill, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good stuff, though.
That way I can only add just a little bit of vegetables and a whole lot of meat,
Well, there used to be a restaurant just north of me here that did the sushi rolls, and they offered like 400 different styles or combinations, and you go in and you have a punch card thing, and they give you a menu that tells you what everything is, but then you have a little paper and you X off which ones you want. You give it to the waitress. 10 minutes later, it comes out, and
Oh wow, you'd like that. I have a problem with sushi. I don't eat bait, so.
Well, okay. I'm sorry. It's sashimi. Sushi is the raw. Sashimi is the cooked. So
I might be able to do that.
All their all the rolls and stuff you get like that they call them sushi rolls, but they're actually sashimi because they're 90% of the ingredients in them are cooked.
I could probably handle that one.
The meats are cooked. I like sashimi and sushi. So
YouTube.
Yeah, see, it works out good. She can have all the vegetables, and I'll have all the dead animals.
there you go. Well, to make you feel a little better, Batchy, I'm a secondhand vegetarian. My stuff eats the vegetables.
Yeah.
They just break it down and process it, and then I eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your food eats her food. Yep.
Yeah.
Cheryl said I like food.
Yeah.
Anytime. Food.
Yes, we know you like food truck.
But I used to say the same thing about sashimi, you know, the raw fish. Oh, I don't eat bait. I don't eat bait until a couple of my friends talked me into trying some. And if you can get it past the mental block, it's actually really good.
It is.
I don't know. I've tried it before. I guess it could be mental. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
She likes it, and Tyler likes it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate the stuff your boots on. Yep, there you go.
Oh my gosh. Froggy, wake up.
I'm awake.
So do you like sushi?
I like sushi and sashimi. Yes, I do.
I like them both.
I like them with wasabi.
I had tried the wasabi once. It was so funny.
My ex's son, I knew what wasabi was, but his first experience was wasabi. We went to a buffet, just one of them cheap, cooked buffet where everything's wasn't even a really good restaurant. But first time he ever had wasabi, he thought it was guacamole. He had a big pile. He had a big pile on his plate, and we're sitting there, and I'm watching him, and she looks over at me, and I look over at her. And he's sitting there, and he picks up this little roll, and he picks that up. And he just slathers it all on, and just as he's putting it in his mouth, I'm like, dude, taste that first. Oh, it's guacamole. I'm like, no, it's not. Taste it first. It's wasabi. And first he took a spoon and had a big, I'm like, no, just a little bit. So he just dipped his spoon in it and pulled it and tasted it. His face went, he was like, I would have died. I'm like, yes, you would have died.
Yes.
He had a whole table. He had a whole tablespoon of wasabi on one of them little rice roll, the egg, and I'm like, as funny as it would have been to see your face, I don't want to go to the hospital tonight. Sorry.
Wow. Wow. My favorite are crab rolls and California rolls.
I love California rolls.
That's all vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I love California rolls and crab rolls.
I like the restaurant I went to had a roll. It's called a spider roll.
Mm-hmm.
And it was deep fried, soft shelled crab.
Yes, that would be good. Oh, I would like that.
It was awesome.
I grew up eating soft shell crabs on sandwiches.
Yep, Auntie could have gave you a deep fried tarantula.
Yeah.
Nah. But 2 pieces of butter bread, some soft shelled crab.
I've not had soft shell crab before.
I have never had soft shell crab.
Sounds good. I've seen it though. It looks good as hell.
It's good.
I saw it on that Strongest Man episode on TV, and they thought it was gross.
No, it's not. We used to fry them. I grew up by the water and catching crabs all the time, and we did soft shell crabs and literally would deep fry them and put them on a sandwich.
Yep.
That sounds pretty good.
They look freaky cooking them because it's a whole crab. But
it looks weird when you're eating a sandwich and you got legs sticking out of it, but
right.
The shell is almost paper thin. It's so thin.
And it's just like something
right after they bolt or something.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is? Their shell is not hardened up or something.
No, it's not. It's
that's my cue.
Touching them is weird because You can almost bend them in.
Oh wow.
It is. It's very, very thin. But they're good.
They sound good.
But she said my youngest also wanted wasabi. It was hysterical. She thought it was pesto.
Let's go eat.
Now the boys can eat spicier stuff than I can now. We did that noodle thing that you know that when that stupid noodle challenge came out, that spicy noodle stuff.
Yeah.
I did that with them, and they're over there eating it, and they're like, "Oh, it's a little hot." And I'm like, "Okay." I put a mouthful of that in my mouth, and it
Oh,
about
that
killed
was
me.
funny as hell.
See,
That stuff was so spicy.
It was so funny.
I like spicy stuff, but I don't like stuff that you lose your taste.
Well, I wouldn't eat a ghost pepper or something like that, but I can do the jalapeno and I can do a little bit of wasabi.
You know, the Quaker steak and wings, they're atomic wings. I've got a friend that loves those things, and I'm like, dude, I tried one once. After the first bite, you can't taste anything.
I did, Boxy.
Your mouth is just numb.
Yeah.
Well, they use the truck's really bad about using a ton of that Frank's Red Hot sauce,
Yeah.
and then Tyler likes the Cholula, and he puts a lot of that Cholula on his stuff. You know, a little bit's okay, but I mean, they like they're using ketchup. Like, man,
That's how I do my Frank's Red Hot. Like it's ketchup.
See, Frank's is okay, but I don't like the vinegary. You know,
Fried Cholula. Have you had that
yeah,
fried Kahlua. No.
Cholula. Yeah, Cholula. It's another hot sauce. It's another like the Frank's Red Hot, but it doesn't have the vinegar to it.
Okay.
See, I don't eat the Frank's. I don't like the vinegar of the Frank's, but I get the Cholula. It's a little bottle. And it has a wooden little cap on top, and it tastes really good. It's got a little spice to it, but not. I mean, if you use it properly, you know, a couple little drops, you're good.
Right.
Like some spicy food, but it doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem with me too. You know, same green. And it sounds weird. I love green peppers. I will eat raw green peppers for hours. You cook them, I can't eat them.
Sounds like Tyler.
I will burp them things up for days.
Yeah. Yeah. Tyler's that bad with vegetables. He'll eat any vegetable raw, but won't touch them if they're cooked. You know, he just don't like the way they are, but he'll eat them all raw.
Yep.
He'll eat raw green beans and everything. I mean, it don't matter what it is. He loves them raw. But
We
cooked,
pickled some raw green beans, and he ate the whole jar.
Wow.
yeah.
Didn't save them for anybody else.
Yeah, I think I had some I got those bread and butter pickles, and I had 2 jars of it. We ate all the pickles out of it, and I combined both the juices, and then I heated the juice back up and stuck the jar with raw green beans and then poured the juice back in there and let that sucker sit in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks. They were good, but I got like 1 green bean, I think it was. He sat there and just ate the rest of them.
I got some greedy boys.
The Carolina, oh yeah, I don't. I mean, I like jalapenos, but anything much more than that, it's just not worth it. I mean,
Right. Well, that's
You know-
like when I make my chili. I mean, I use chili powder and stuff in it and cayenne, but the heat comes later. It's not, it's not as soon as you put it in your mouth, it's hot. You know, you can taste everything in my chili, but then
Yeah.
there's some heat at the end of it. Right, Mark?
Yeah,
Do you remember?
no, I don't remember. It's been a couple years ago.
yeah, I knew people that used to put that those habaneros in their food.
Mhm.
That stuff's too hot. Uh, I'll put jalapenos in it, but I scrape the seeds and then I'll chop them up really fine and mix with it, because I like the flavor of jalapeno, but every once in a
I
while you get that one that's a little extra spicy though.
I grew jalapeno green peppers one year by mistake.
Oh my.
We got a bunch of plants from a teacher friend of ours that was her kids planted on. I think it's for like Mother's Day or something. Well, the kids pulled all the tags out to put in their little things, and all it said was peppers. So I planted my garden and put all these peppers in it. And after they started, coming out and forming, I had jalapenos growing right next to and in line with green peppers. Didn't think anything about it. Couple, when the green peppers matured, like I said, I love raw green peppers. So I went up, pulled one off, pulled the pocket knife out, cleaned it, started eating. I'm like, man, this is weird. This pepper must, this must be a jalapeno that just formed or something. So I threw that one away and got another one. They cross pollinated. I was telling a guy at work about it. He's like, "Oh, that's impossible. That's impossible." I took him in a dozen green peppers. He's like, "Dude, I threw those away." He said, those things were hot. I'm like, "Yeah." I said, he goes, "But they were green peppers." I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "They cross pollinated." Don't ask me how they did it. I didn't purposely do it, but they did.
Well, it's like if you take a jalapeno and you let that sucker stay on the vine and they almost turn black.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about hot. Them suckers,
I'll be right back.
them suckers there are about kill you. Those suckers are so hot.
Well, I'm a fan of tequila, and
No.
my new boss makes jalapeno tequila. I actually tried some he had. It was really good, so he gave me a jar.
Yeah.
I brought it home, set it on my counter, forgot about it for about a month, and he's like, "Hey, did you try that?" Oh no, man, I'm gonna have to have some of that this weekend. I come back, I said, "Man, I don't know what you did." I said, "But this stuff you gave me," I said, "it's undrinkable." I said, it burns your mouth as soon as it touches your lips." He's like, "Well, it shouldn't." He said, "It should just have a nice little mild." I said, "Well, them peppers that were in there, they just basically deteriorated." He looks at me, he goes, "You didn't pull the peppers out?" I'm like, "No, you never told me to." He said, "Oh man," because I must have forgot. He said, he goes, "You should have only left those in there for a couple of days, then fished them out." He said, "Oh yeah." He said, it'll get so hot that you can't drink it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, good." So then he gave me another bottle. He said, "Here, this is already done." So, and it was actually really, really good.
Yeah.
Yes, Batchy. I said tequila.
Yeah, that's
No.
yeah, he used to experiment. He used to experiment with those jalapenos. He found that if you only water them, you give them less water than what they need, and you let them grow a little bit extra longer. They just get extra hot.
Mhm.
They were bad. I mean, I was hurting for a while after that. You know.
That was before he met me because I don't let him eat spicy food.
Why does it get him fired up?
No, he just gets
Cry
all
like a little baby.
babyish and why'd you let me eat that?
Tell him he's a grown ass man. He can eat what he wants.
Exactly,
Suck-
but no.
suck-
I only eat what I'm allowed to eat.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Yeah. Shoot, I already take 2 different medicines for that stomach issues.
Yep. He's like, why'd you let me eat that? I'm gonna have heartburn forever. Blah, 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 blah. I give him one of these.
Mark, you like spicy stuff?
See, I don't see. It's funny that when I'm on Mark's panel, I'm quiet, and now Mark's on mine and he's quiet.
He's quiet.
I,
What's
I'm
up with that,
sitting here,
Mark?
I'm trying to sit here and sharpen my little knife.
Oh, poor little
That should
thing.
take you all of 30 seconds.
They make
It's not much
sharpeners that
blade
small.
to sharpen.
Oh, Lord.
He's being a perfectionist. It has to have just the right angle on it.
Lord, we're gonna be here all day.
Weren't you a meat cutter, Mark? You should be able to like put that edge on that thing in no time.
There was no meat cutter.
I thought that's what you. I thought you went to drag for meat cutting.
No, diesel.
All diesel.
I thought he was gonna say his wife cut his meat for him.
Oh, my.
That's what I thought he was gonna say. I didn't know.
She does.
You sure it ain't shredded?
Yeah, in a couple of years, it's gonna be a blender and a straw.
Couple years?
Yeah.
Shit, I'm already there.
You ought to see when I go to cut my steak. You should see my husband. He stops what he's doing and he watches me.
Yeah.
I swear, if he had his way, he'd stand over me and put one hand over one and one hand over the other and help me like I was a little kid.
Oh,
Because he gets so nervous, and I'm like, I'm a grown up. I just can't see. It's all good. I'm gonna get it. I might make a mess, but it's gonna get cut.
You stop when you hit them.
Oh my word. Shell's knife is bigger than Mark's, and Sandy's knife is bigger than Mark's, and my knife is bigger than that. What does that say? We all like big knives.
I got an Air Force knife.
Well,
Oh my.
I
Something tells
forgot.
me Atia's knife is bigger too.
Yeah.
I forgot the other night when we were talking about knives and lighters and stuff.
Mhm.
My daughter bought me this.
Oh, look at that. It's
Oh, that's
awesome.
cool.
I love it.
That is so cool.
That used to be my little thing on Facebook for the longest time.
I love it, love it, love it.
But I've never taken it out of the pack.
Oh, I love it.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that come out when like the jackalope and stuff, was out. And, so.
Yes, I do.
What's scary is when Froggy cuts her bang.
I do. I bring them all up and I bring them down. Oh, look.
Oh, we're going to do
There
it
we
now
go.
live. Live.
No,
Yeah.
2 more inches.
Oh, no, I don't want to go 2 inches off. But look, I did cut hair.
Oh, Lord.
And look, Hamachi's over there going, no! Yeah, see, there was a long one. There you go.
I used to have a Marlboro lighter back when they were doing the Marlboro points.
There, I got mine done.
The very first year they were doing the points, if you had a birthday that year, they sent you a special limited edition lighter. You
That's
couldn't buy it
awesome.
anywhere. You couldn't buy it anywhere. It had the star with the cow horn on it. You could get other ones that look like it, but not this particular one. Somebody stole it from me.
Oh, what a turn.
This one.
I remember I had some Coach gloves somebody stole from me.
I hate when people do that.
But I carried that thing for almost 10 years, and then it come up missing.
I had that happen at work one time. People kept stealing my tools from work. I mean, it wasn't my tools. I mean, the company bought them for you, but it was annoying when you go in there and try to That's fine. I went in there and got some of that neon pink and just sprayed all the handles neon pink.
Yeah.
I didn't lose any after that. You know, I could see it from a mile away that that's my tool over there. You know.
My tools are working the same way. You know, the company buys them.
Yeah.
But it's always the same ones that keep coming up missing. Half, 9/6, 3/4 inch sockets and wrenches.
Yeah.
Screwdrivers, and a 10 millimeter, and I think 12 millimeter ratchet wrenches.
Yeah, get that pink spray paint. They won't take them after that.
Well, they borrow them. I got to do something at home. Can I borrow this? You know, or well, we used to leave the toolbox. We used to leave the one toolbox unlocked, and I barely ever used it. And I opened it up one day, and 3/4 of the tools are missing out of it. So I'm like, yeah, we're locking everything up now. You know, because people, you're allowed to come up because I got a couple of lifts and stuff like that. You know, on the weekends and evenings, you're allowed to use the lift and all that kind of stuff. And the one guy called.
Hey, Diane.
Hey, Diane.
One guy called me at 7:00 on a Saturday morning. And said, "Hey, toolbox is locked. You know, I'm using a rack." I'm like, oh, "You should have brought your own tools. Why need tools?" So what? Yep.
Yeah, it used to irritate me. Because you weren't allowed to lock up your box because that was the whole thing. Is if somebody was close to, because I did remodeled apartments, and what you do is we'd go in there and gut the whole thing out and redo it all. So you could lock the door where your tools were set, but you couldn't lock up your toolbox because if somebody was in that area and needed a tool, they could go to your box and get it.
Right.
Yeah, especially over the weekend though. You'd come back on a Monday and go in there. Oh, there it is. You had to go to the hardware store to get you more tools, you know. It was irritating.
I can go to work and come home and have that happen.
Not me.
They just tear it up, do they?
Oh, yeah. From one end of the building to the other end.
Well, back before we actually started locking the toolboxes up every night, I let it go probably a month and a half. And my boss come out one day and he's like, "Well, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Well, I'm looking for tools." "What do you mean looking for tools?" I'm like, "I can't do the job until I find the tools." You know, so I spent almost $600 replacing tools in one day.
Wow.
And he's like, "Lock the boxes now when you leave."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. So now they think it's funny during the day. They'll come through and need to borrow a wrench to go do something, and they'll just open a drawer and drop my tools back in the drawer. They don't even put them back where they come from. So,
yeah, it's like, you know, why don't you have your own? Where's your tools at? You know, it's like, come on.
right. Well, I mean, some of the stuff that they borrow, you know, they'll borrow like an 1 1/8 wrench or an 5/16 wrench, something they don't use all the time. But I have them because, you know, I use them.
Yeah.
You know.
That or you get the tool back. A lot of mine was like screwdrivers. You get the screwdriver back and it was bent.
Yeah.
It's like they used it as a crowbar or something. I'm like,
Pry driver.
I'm like, really? I was like, man.
I between the two big toolboxes I have at work, I don't have a full set of screwdrivers from one manufacturer.
Yeah.
I'm just about to the point where I'm getting ready to clean both of them screwdriver drawers out and buy 2 big nice sets, you know, and
there you go. And just get all those screwdrivers, put it in a bucket, set it on top of your cart. That way people can come by and get what they need,
Yeah.
Leave your crap alone.
Well, we tried that with the grounds department. We bought them Everlast or whatever, full socket set, wrenches, screwdrivers, all that. Less than a year, they had just very little left. I'm like, how do you lose it? You use it, you bring it back. Well, okay, you use it, bring it back at the end of the day, and put it back.
Yeah.
Some people bitch because I got a tool cart that I roll around, and some people will make comments. Oh, look at that! You need to put your tools away. I said, I know every tool that's on that cart. It may be sitting there for 2 days, while I'm working on something. I said, but I know where every tool every tool that's on that cart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just it used to irritate me.
Well, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark.
Yay. You're about wussed out, aren't you?
Yep.
But you've made it.
Yeah,
I know.
You did a good job.
No, you can't go yet.
You got 14 minutes.
14 minutes. All right.
Yeah, you can't go yet.
Well, you need to talk, Mark.
Yeah. All right. You got the last 14 minutes, Mark. Go ahead.
Oobla, boobla, what? Huh? What? Where you going? I don't know. Okay, I'm done.
Well, talk about Mark talking. Have you been on Facebook today, Mark? Oh. I found your retirement vehicle. You'll have to go. I tagged you in it.
My retirement vehicle is got 18 wheels.
This says 18 wheels.
Oh no.
Is it the big giant hot dog?
No. Nope.
We wasn't talking about a weenie mobile.
I was just curious.
Rich liked it. He agreed. Now he's gotta go.
I gotta go look.
They got to go look now.
I'm gonna put my ball away and let the cat come in.
There you go.
Door.
And it's not as bad as the picture I showed on or not showed, but passed around on Lucky's stream.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice, though.
It's got 18 wheels, right?
Yeah.
No.
That's great.
Mark,
There you go. When you want to retire, there you go, Mark. For everybody in chat, it's like a custom-made van that has a semi-sleeper on it. And it's a big stand-up sleeper, and it's got a pickup truck at the bed behind it, and it's a Hoopyville special. It's one of them vehicles that you look at the guy that made it and say, "Back away from the welder." Yeah,
That one.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
This one has a nice size bunk, but I got to have a bigger bunk than that for my retirement.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So then you need the one that you need the one that the guy had that worked next door to me when I was at the truck garage. He hauled furniture, worked for United Van Lines.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
His was a custom built. Is before they had the big super sleepers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Custom built. It was basically a camper put on behind a semi truck. It had a full shower, full bath, kitchen, bed, microwave, TV, everything.
Yes.
He was 60, I think 67 or 68 years old. Him and his wife have been team driving for 40 years.
Oh wow!
And they retired. So what they did is they worked for this movie. They hauled furniture their whole life. What they would do is they had kids that lived like out in California and down south and all the place. They would get a run going to California. They would drop it, pull into an RV park, plug in, and stay there for a month.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then they go, and then they winter months they'd run the southern part of the United States.
Yep.
Summertime up here, they'd run the northern part. They go up to Canada, Alaska, and they would just find runs that they could go. Like the run they did to Alaska, they were in Alaska for 2 months.
Right.
They got a load going to Alaska, went up, dropped it, and stayed up there in an RV park or multiple RV parks around the state. And, and that's what they did. They were retired. But like you said, they're going to pay me to drive across country, I'm going to take advantage of it. They pay for my fuel, and then I'm going to stay out there.
That's what I told the wife I was going to do when I retire. And I started looking at the price. The price was $380,000 for that truck.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Froggy, Diane wants to know what time you're going live tomorrow.
10 a.m. Eastern.
There you go. Nice.
But
yeah, some of those are. I saw one of those, those TV shows where they build weird things. I saw one of those where they took and extended the length of the frame of a semi, and then actually added an extra sleeper on the back of it.
Yeah.
So like a double sleeper type thing, and the first one you went into was like a little dining room kitchen area. Then the second one you went into was the bedroom area.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
The one I was looking at, it's got a regular kitchen in it, a regular bathroom, shower. So even got the kitchen sink in there for washing dishes, oven for cooking, everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's here. The one he had behind the bed, it looked like a headache rack,
Mm-hmm.
It would actually fold down, and there was a door behind there. They had lawn chairs. Open that door up, walk out, sit on their little thing. He went over the fifth wheel.
Yeah.
And there was times when he'd come in, he'd always come through. So we had like a wash area for off the road trucks.
Mm-hmm.
He would come through, and the trailers that he was pulling, his truck would be at least half the length of the trailer he was towing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
But he would come into that terminal, a few times a year, but you could always tell when he come in. But he's always super nice guy, him and his wife, and the moving company, which is stupid, wouldn't let him stay on their lot overnight.
Huh.
They said you have to go over to the truck stop. So he asked me, he's like, man, he goes, you guys got like same amount of property out back. He goes, can we? I said, yeah, park out in the back, off to the side of them trailers. You guys could do whatever. They did that one night, and there was 3 of us that worked afternoons. He's back there, and all of a sudden I see his wife walk up to the parking lot. I'm like, oh, she must have to use the bathroom or something, She's like, what time do you boys eat dinner? I said, well, usually about 7:30, 8 o'clock. She goes, okay, about 7 o'clock, you guys come back to the truck. She goes, we're cooking dinner for you. Dude, she had a laid out meal.
Oh, yeah.
And we closed the doors and we went back there. We were back there for like 45 minutes and, and that's when I really got to know him. And he's like, oh, yeah. He goes, we'll get, he goes, don't get me wrong. We make trips back and forth, but he said, if we decide we're going to go out and see the kids in California and we want to stay a month, we'll get a load going out there. They pay for my fuel. We pull into an RV park. He said, we got certain RV parks that'll let us pull in. Because he said, when he first did it, they're like, no truck parking. Go, this is an RV.
Right.
It's not a semi. Look at the inside. And they're like, well, we don't want your diesel engine idling. He's like, I have a landline. I have a generator. Mm-hmm. He said, it is an RV. So they got to know the different RV parks that would let them wheel in and park and,
right.
We was thinking about when the kids grow up, of getting an RV, and they have this thing in the military parks. The government park, they have this thing where you can stay for 6 months and watch the parks.
Yep.
And stuff like that. They had that a lot down in Texas.
Campground hosts.
All over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but Texas sucks.
Hey.
It really does. It really, really does.
Texas sucks.
I was ignoring him. I was being nice.
The
It's
people
so
are
good.
great.
Why don't you live there?
The people are nice, but you get down around Brownsville, Corpus Christi, all that everything. That's a whole different world right there. Way
Yeah. I was up higher in it,
Yeah.
We was next to Dallas.
Okay.
right there on the border of Texas and Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
That's where I grew up at.
Yeah, I'll stay 1,000 miles away from Oklahoma.
I got my degree at Southeastern Oklahoma State University.
Uh-huh. That's a hard place to get a load back out of. Once you get there and unload, it's hard to get any work back out of there.
Oh, really?
Not
Oh,
the
yeah.
keyboard.
I can honestly say I've never been to Texas.
I'll tell you what, you can
It's a good
drive.
place to visit.
You can drive all day. You can drive all day the second day, and you're still in this damn state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that moved up here. He lived in a little town called Spur, Texas, and he was like, he's like, dude, he goes, I can drive 10 minutes to a store. I'm like, yeah. He's like, where I lived at, the nearest Walmart was 6 hours away.
Damn.
He said the closest chain grocery store was 2 hours away. He's like,
Wow.
Wow.
he's like, there's nothing around me but cotton fields. I'm like, wow. He's like, I love this place, man. He goes, I can go to McDonald's, 10 minutes, I'm there and back. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we lived in a place in Texas. The closest store was probably about 45 minutes away. Hold on, dogs. Yeah, so you had to drive about 45 minutes to get to like Walmart,
Well, there was a grocery store in the town he lived. He said, but for him and his wife, if they would do their like weekly grocery shopping there, he said after 3 weeks it would be worth driving to Texas or driving to the Walmart, getting a hotel room, stocking up for a month's worth of groceries, and coming back.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That one we lived in, the local grocery store burnt down, so they never replaced it. It wasn't worth it.
Well, like he said, and on the time of the year, he said milk will go from anywhere from $8 to $10 a gallon.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Sounds
good
like
night,
Alaska.
Pat. Good night, Pat.
Good night, Pat.
Good night, Pat.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice growing. I mean, it was nice living there, because I think it was like population like 300-400 people,
Mhm.
But it was one of those that if you had to do anything, you had to drive,
Yep. Well, his parents lived there and he lived there. They actually lived in town, he said. When people started moving out, his dad started buying property in town. They owned like a third of the town.
Oh, wow.
he said when his dad started buying these city lots up, he was paying $150, $200 a lot, and tear the houses down. They weren't nothing special, he said, but he said they just started, making all this. And they, like I said, on the one side of town, they own about a third of the in city limits, his family, because it's him, his brother, and a sister. He said, that's what we did, that's what my family did. And,
Wow.
Well, we're at the 2-hour mark.
You just pushing it, aren't you?
No,
She's
we
ready to
got-
go.
I think we got 15 more minutes.
No, I'm not going to do that to a Tia.
Hey, don't get her riled up because I have to deal with that. You know?
Yeah,
Diane?
just keep stirring.
Diane, it's a label maker.
That says
You don't know what it's like.
5 millimeter.
I have a sticker on there from a label maker, Diane.
Can you
There
read
you
that?
go.
She messaged me about it. I have a sticker on there, but if you look on the very bottom of your hook, there's a letter.
Oh, she poked me in the eye.
See.
If you're still here, Diane.
Thanks,
Look what you did to
Froggy.
Ed.
I poked Polar Bear. Oh,
I tried to enlarge you. I just didn't know how to do it.
no,
Poking the bear.
it's okay. I think
Poking
I
the bear.
explained it to her well enough. Did you want to do a raid of somebody?
Who's on? Do anybody know who's on right now?
I do know somebody that's on. You want to do a raid?
Yep. Drop their
I
link.
don't,
All right, one moment. Let me get it.
I don't want to do a raid.
And while we're doing that, everybody can tell what their channel's about, Mark.
Huh?
When you come on next.
When do I come on next?
Oh, hang
Yeah,
on.
what's
I
your
can
channel
look
about
right
when you come
below.
on next?
My
Well-
channel's about nothing, and it goes live Saturday night at 7.
I know
What
where
about
we're
you?
going. I know where we're going.
I bet you do.
I got the
I bet you do.
notification
This
for
is
it.
called the Perkins raid. And go in there and say hey, because he doesn't have very many subscribers, and he'd like it.
Who?
There you
I'm not telling you who.
go. Ed, your turn.
What's that? Oh, tell
Tell
what my
what your
channel's
channel's
about.
about when you go on next.
My channel is about me. It's all about me. All YouTube's about me. Y'all should just come and just hang out on my channel. I do small engine. I do tractor going. I do cooking. Basically, all kinds of life stuff. So I go on Sunday night at 7 p.m. live. I drop a cooking video every Wednesday morning, and I drop a mechanical video every Saturday morning. So that's what I do.
Oh my God, it's Major.
Well, I am Froggy when knitting. I do a little of this, a little of that. I do lives. I do unboxings, and I do stuff on crochet and knitting. I am the blind crocheting knitter, so I do a little of this and a little of that. Hit that link, and we could go in and hit the like button and say Perkins raid. It'd be a great thing. And back
Nice.
to you, Jay, send it to you.
Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Eat with PV. We're leaving. Sorry. We're going to start going on more lives. You
Yeah.
know, but
Every Monday night at what time?
Monday at
6?
6 and
Yeah.
Wednesday at 6.
I don't know about Wednesday. Where do you get this Wednesday at?
You go every other Wednesday.
Oh, every other Wednesday.
other.
Right.
Yeah, Nate will be running this Wednesday night, I think.
So, yeah. Yeah, Go Karts
Yeah,
Go
he's
Fishing
going-
is on this Wednesday.
Yep.
So we'll go the Wednesday after that. But then I always have the bean stream running, just a relaxing stream that you can watch. So
And you can
Guess
catch
that's it.
me. You can catch me tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern.
that's right. So everybody better be there.
I'm trying to
Just a
quit
pitch.
this stuff.
And just to piss Bocce off, I may start going live randomly to get to my 700. So she'll come up on my live panel.
There you go. So don't
Make a
forget to
shout
watch out
out,
for Ed.
Lindsay.
Oh, Crystal Lynn's over there.
We're just gonna pop in and say Perkins Raid. You ain't gotta stay.
I just said hello, everyone. That's all I said.
Yep. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go over there, say hi to everybody, and then I've got to go to bed. So
Thanks
see you,
everybody for
Thanks.
coming up. Really appreciate it. Thank you everybody in the panel. Thanks everybody in the chat.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.